Hey guys, Deronda here with Foods 101. Today, I'm going to show you how to make these orange cardamom madeleines. They're these lovely little French cake-like cookies. And I absolutely love them. And I think you will too. The ingredients you're going to need is 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cardamom, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, 1/4 cup of the cubed butter, and for the glaze you're going to need 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and you're going to need about a 1/2 teaspoon of orange zest and about 2 teaspoons of your orange juice. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in a little bit. Let's get started on melting the butter. In a small saucepan over medium heat, we're going to add our cubed butter. While the butter's melting, we're going to add our flour, the baking powder, the ground cardamom, and the salt, all in this one bowl. We're going to whisk it until it's well blended. That looks absolutely perfect, and we can set this off to the side. Once the butter has melted, we're going to add the honey all at once. That smells so good. And that teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to stir these 3 ingredients around until they're well incorporated. You can use a whisk if you'd like, or you can just use a spoon. I'm going to leave that up to you. Set this off to the side and we're going to let it cool for the next 10 minutes. I've added my 2 eggs in another bowl along with that 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to break up those yolks and we're going to combine the eggs with the sugar until it's well blended. That looks great. Fold in the flour mixture until it's well blended. You're just going to keep working with it. You don't want to overbeat it or over stir it. You just want to make sure you can no longer see the dry ingredients. And looking like this, add the butter mixture with the honey and the vanilla. Just stir this in until it's well blended. And now that it's well blended, I'm going to use another spatula to make sure I keep it all in the bowl. We're going to take a piece of plastic, tightly cover the top, and this is going to go in the refrigerator and chill for the next 30 minutes. So off to the refrigerator. This is what a Madeleine pan looks like. They're kind of like little shell-shaped cake cookies. I use the butter wrapper. You may want to use additional butter, and I butter each shell. That way we don't want these lovely little cake-like cookies to stick. Set this off to the side. I've had my dough chilled in the refrigerator for the last 30 minutes. I'm going to come back with those Madeleine pans, and we're just going to get a little spoonful, and we're going to fill these about halfway. At this point, you want your oven preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that you have all your little shells filled, we're going to tap this down on a flat surface to make sure we remove all the air pockets and air bubbles. Now this is off to that preheated oven on the middle rack for the next 7 to 8 minutes, or until they're golden along the edges of the shell. Use your timer and no peeking. Here's our baked madeleines. You see how they're just lovely and golden around the edge and they've puffed up. That's what we're looking for. We're going to let them cool here in their pan for about 3 minutes before I transport them from their pan to their cooling rack. Kind of want to jiggle them back and forth and they'll pop loose. Look at the shell texture on there. Absolutely love it. To make the orange glaze, I'm adding my powdered sugar here into a medium-sized mixing bowl. At the beginning of the video, I told you this was 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar we need, but we actually need 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. I've got parchment paper here and a microplane, and I'm going to zest our orange. Make sure you clean your orange really well. We're looking for about 1 teaspoon of our orange zest, and oh, does that smell absolutely fantastic. You want to make sure you don't get down into the white part of the orange, because that's what's going to cause it to get bitter. You want it to stay lovely, sweet, and filled with orange flavor. That looks about 1 teaspoon of zest we're looking for. And I'm going to use a chef's knife, and I'm going to go through it because I love these finely little pieces of orange zest in that delicious glaze. It won't take long. That looks perfect. Get our 1 teaspoon of orange ZEST. Add it here to your powdered sugar. We're looking for 2 tablespoons of orange juice, freshly squeezed. I have this lovely little squeezer. I just go back and forth and you can see the juice starts coming down. Now you can use a fork to get your juice out. I'm going to leave that up to you. Come back with your powdered sugar. Let's see how many. We've got 1 we can add here to the mixture. Let's set it off to the side and then we're going to get the juice out of this half of our orange juice here. Oh, and that smells so delicious. That looks perfect. With a whisk, we're going to incorporate our powdered sugar with that orange zest. And if you could be here and smell how fantastic this is, you would agree. You would absolutely love it if you are an orange lover. And this is the texture you're looking for. I've had my Madeleine cookies cooling here for about 15 minutes. I'm back with that glaze, and we're gonna let that glaze set up for about 15 minutes on the cookies before I tell you what they taste like. These are gonna be fabulous, and it may be just best to hold on to it so you can brush the edges of the cookie there. Lovely orange cardamom madeleines. We gotta try one. Look how spongy it is. Let's look what it looks like on the inside. Oh yeah, gotta give it a try. Wow, it's loaded with that orange flavor, the cardamom. This little French cake-like cookie is absolutely delicious. Perfect with coffee, perfect with tea. Kids love it with milk. I'm Dorana with Foods 101. Give me thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit that notification bell, it'll be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Thanks a million for watching, y'all, and I'll catch you lovely people later.